Oh yeah, the Tim Pool rant. I don't know if you guys saw this. Then once we get this done, then we can cover a little Paul Joseph Watson before we move on. So Tim Pool. Now this rant was declared anti-Semitic by the person. I watched it once and I don't remember if I found it anti-Semitic, but I do remember finding it absolutely bonkers though. So I'll watch it again.
These people are evil.
I'm asking myself, who
Adam Goldman of the New York Times.
The stick on Goldman was a little weird, but not enough to really like prove anti-Semitism. Just a little weird, champ.
Evil. We've got
Goldman. Evil. Just doing word association with his audience at this point. This picture of Biden, bad. Fuck him. Trump, good. Okay. Brilliant.
Stop playing these games. Why? They want this country to burn. They want power, and
okay, let's start this over, okay? Because he escalates. This is the problem with a lot of people on the far right. I feel like they don't know how to shoot a good promo, because that's what they're doing here. That's what Tim's doing here. He's shooting a promo for his audience, right? You don't start off like da 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 unless you're like literally insane. You build up, right? You build up to it, right? Like, guys, I got some problems with Mr. Goldman over here. Goldman's doing policies that target you and your family. You build into it.
These people are evil.
I'm asking myself, who
Adam Goldman of the New York Times. Evil. We've got to stop playing these games. Why? They want this country to burn. They want power, and they will get it by any means necessary, and they will use the power of the federal government to do it. I am looking at all of you right now, and I am telling you this. The police will kick your door in and bash your teeth out the moment Black Lives Matter protests you.
Well, that's crazy, man. Oh, my God. Damn. So how's Kyle Rittenhouse doing? George Zimmerman? Derek Chauvin was found guilty, and as far as I know, he's physically fine. Crazy. It's almost like that doesn't happen.
We've already seen it happen. You think this is a joke? James O'Keefe's legal privileged communications were just given.
Oh, by the way, not to mention all the cops who were involved in shootings. Who didn't even get, like, time off. And what, they're going to raid their own guy's house? Yeah, okay.
Into the New York Times, and Adam Goldman, with a smile on his face, published it. He doesn't care about this country. He doesn't care about our norms. These people are at war with you, and they will burn your life to the ground like they're doing to Rittenhouse and like they're doing now to James O'Keefe because you dare oppose their power grab. This is not a joke, and it is getting worse. And in the next 10 years, as we enter the fourth turning and it escalates, it is going to get worse. James O'Keefe is a journalist. The federal government stole his privileged legal...
Okay. Jesus Christ. I gotta say, man, every time, the more and more I listen to Tim Pool recently, the more and more him talking just sounds like a shooter manifesto, right? Evil, evil, evil. This is actually reminds me a lot like JLP and the guy we had on last week, right? They'll just say, this not like these people have terrible political disagreements or, oh, their policies on economics. It's not. It's they are the devil. They are evil. They are despicable. They are the worst of the world. It can't be that. It needs to be the most radical thing where there's no favorable interpretation of the other political spectrum in any way imaginable. They are therefore the devil. They are the worst. They are Satan incarnate. They are evil. Therefore, if you hear someone is of the other political spectrum, you just disregard them, fuck them. They're on the other side. Those bastards, you know. This pause on the Goldman, little weird, champ in my opinion. And then this fantasy about cops kicking in the doors of people who Black Lives Matter protests. George Zimmerman got off fine, was able to sell the gun that he used to kill Trayvon Martin, right? Rittenhouse looks like he's going to get off fine. Black Lives Matter's protested them. The cops who did the Jacob Blake shooting, as far as I know, they're going to be fine. Many of the cops who've been involved in many other shootings, as far as I know, they're going to be fine. Hell, even the cop that was found guilty, Derek Chauvin, as far as I know, the cops didn't bust in his door and mash in his teeth. He was physically fine. He's just proposing a fantasy here, a victimhood fantasy. Thing is, Tim wants to be the victim, and he wants his audience to feel victimized. So instead of pointing at like, hey, you know, maybe we should look at the structures of our economy that lead to many of you not having enough money to put food on the table. Let's talk about medical insurance companies. Let's talk about Medicare for all or some other healthcare policy. Hell, it could be public option for all I care. $15 minimum wage. Unions. Any of these things. It's evil. They're the devil. They're the worst. That's the first thing. And the second thing is discredit them completely on top of that. Discredit them, discredit them, discredit them. And then you eventually move on into, wait, let me think about it for a second. This idea of this impending doom, right? This is the third step, okay? First, name call, then discredit, then impending doom. The impending doom scenario could be a million different things. It could be this new law is going to be passed and you're all going to like have your penises removed. It's going to be, oh, the cops are going to come in and bash your teeth in and take you away. It's going to be, oh, they're going to burn the city down. Just impending doom. Or one that's very common for Tim Pool. We could just look this up quick, right? Let's say we go to this and we go to Tim Pool Civil War. I wonder how many videos will come up. Actually, a lot of videos talking about him talking about Civil War. Retired generals call for military coup in U.S. escalating fear of civil war. Tim, his predictions for civil war. Culture war to civil war. Second civil war is coming into focus. Like, the Civil War has been going on for so long. I feel like we should have a third Civil War by this point. He has been predicting a Civil War for so fucking long that I feel like we should be at the third Civil War. Like we had the first one, then we had the second one like 2 years ago, and we should be on the third one now by Tim Pool's predictions. Like, why aren't we on like the third Civil War? He's just like Civil War after Civil. All these predictions for Civil War that just never come true. Ever. It's almost like Tim Pool is a fearmonger. He's just making you scared, but the cops gonna come and kick in your door and bash in your teeth. Just because Black Lives Matter doesn't like you. And a civil war is coming. And we need to be ready. We need to be prepared. But don't worry. I've got the prepper kits for you. If you go to timpool.com, you get a 50% discount. And there's the hook. Brilliant. He's really good at it? Yeah, he is good at making people scared. And a lot of people watch him. A lot of people watch him. And the thing is, the second this thumbnail right here is killing me, by the way. The second Civil War is coming into focus. And what's the thumbnail? A fucking tweet. Okay? If I thought a second Civil War was coming, I would be like having like, here's like the military like gaining, like they're moving on to Louisiana. They're gonna crack down on this protest or something. Like it's a tweet. How much you want to bet that's a tweet from Joe Biden declaring a civil war? It isn't. If you read this, after today, there will no any room for nuance. The president is a white nationalist terror leader. Supporters all. So just one person posts an extremely hyperbolic tweet or whatever, right? White nationalist terror leader, or all of them. Definition white out like KKK, whatever. Like a hyperbolic tweet. Therefore, civil war. He Tim Pool is like a hyperbolic machine. You give him one hyperbolic statement and he'll wind it up and somehow always be able to make it more hyperbolic. Someone else could say that Donald Trump is the modern leader of the Klan, and then he would respond with, oh really? Well, Joe Biden is the modern leader of the pedophile elite cult about to rape your child next Tuesday. Every single time. There's more and more. What's this? He started selling emergency food for the apocalypse? Really?
I'll be completely honest with you. I posted this on Twitter. 90+% of the videos I do are completely suppressed and demonetized. I've been
so suppressed. 250,000 views.
Fighting with Google about this. It has a serious impact on my ability to work. What's really frustrating about this, and my sympathies go out to all of those who have lost their jobs, is that my industry political commentary and stuff isn't facing the same shutdown as the service.
Dude, can I say, I am a 48,000 subscriber YouTube channel right now, right? I'm 2K away from 50. Please go sub to the YouTube. I'd really appreciate it. Exclamation point YouTube and chat. And I do Twitch and everything. I'm not anywhere near Tim's size. I am doing okay. Oh, I could always use more money, right? I like to move out of this little dinky apartment. Feels like I might not be able. I'm trying to figure it out still. I might just wait for the lease to run out. We're getting close to it anyway. But I'm doing okay. And if I'm doing okay here, then Tim Pool is making bunk. I mean, like bank bunk. Bank. I mean bank. He lives in a compound in my state. A fucking compound in the middle of the woods. Big ass house. He's fine. He is fine. You do not need to buy his prepper food. You do, though. Help me out with my sponsorship next week. Conflict of Nations.
Industry. So again,
I guess if you need prepper food, you know where to go.
I understand. I've got it better than a lot of people. I'm still working. But YouTube is actively choosing to shut me down. So I'll be honest. When you order from Safe and Ready Meals, it does support my channel. This is a sponsored spot. But this is legit, and I really mean this. We are dealing with supply chain disruption.
Oh my God.
The stores have been restocked. I've gone to the store. Some things were missing, and I've grabbed some essentials, and I'm fairly confident we're going to be okay for the time being. But I'm not an expert. I can't see the whole supply chain, so I will tell you this. I have emergency food.
Hey, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. But I have made 30 videos about how we're going to go into a civil war, so maybe buy my shit. And after watching 30 videos of civil war is coming, of course this stuff's going to appeal to you. He literally created the demand. There was no demand there's no demand in my community for prepper food. You want to know why? Because I haven't been here like, dude, the collapse is coming, man. Did you hear that statement from the Israeli guy? Dude, war's coming. We need to get this stuff. If I did like 30 videos of that, then maybe there'd be a few people in my audience who's going to be like, yeah, maybe a civil war is coming. And then when I peddle them prepper food, they're going to be like, oh boy, prepper food. Oh my God. Whoa, I need that. I mean, I keep hearing about how the civil war is coming. And I create the demand where none existed before. Tim Pool essentially created his own little isolated market of whack jobs who think a civil war is coming. And let's say a civil war was coming. There's no way the canary in the coal mine would be fucking Tim Pool, okay? It would come out of nowhere and no one would be expecting it, okay?
We are dealing with unprecedented times. Never let anyone shame you into not taking care of yourself, your friends, or your family. Anyone who thinks they know what's going to happen is lying to you, because I couldn't even predict it. We would get to the point where Trump would call in the army into New York. That I woke up to and I was like, man. And then I turn on the news and they're saying the governor of New Jersey is set to announce a shelter in place. And I'm just like, I'm seriously glad I got the emergency stuff and I got regular supplies.
Well, I'm not telling you anything. I'm just going to make 30 videos. Civil war looming, civil war looming, civil war looming, when there's basically no threat. Or maybe, like, I don't know, suppress some content I made about Seth Rich years ago. Not Tim, of course. I never bought the Seth Rich stuff. He apparently did, though, for some reason. And then denied doing it.
I do with this stuff, this 2-week, 4-week, again, serious shipping delays, but when you order, you get your place in line, and it comes as it comes. I put the stuff in the closet.
And he's just asking questions, just like he was with Seth Rich.
And I just kind of forget about it. And it's an absolute worst case scenario. But let me tell you something, man. Let me just say one more time. The link will be in the description below. You can go to safeandreadymeals.com if you're interested. If you don't like me doing it, I'm sorry, dude. Too bad. I've gotten so many emails from people who are in countries that have hard lockdown. I've gotten emails from people who are in Italy who went out and bought supplies, and I am getting slammed by people saying thank you for letting us know, because local stores are completely, their shelves are being.
By the way, the lockdown was never so severe in the United States that it caused a supply shortage that restricted like the amount of food that is in the United States to a point where people started starving. Okay, that didn't happen.
Stripped. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I don't know. All I know is this is what I did. And if you want to support the channel, if it's something you think that would be good for you, just do it. This is not...
Could you imagine if we did this with climate change? If every day, like, or like I did a stream and I was like, look, guys, I don't want to tell you anything, but this climate change stuff is really, really scary. Therefore, buy my barrel of corn. By the way, he's not just selling normal, like, he's selling barrels, man, of corn. Who the fuck needs barrels of corn? Nobody needs this. Look, if you want to get this for just some random emergency situation, I get it. There's nothing wrong with being a little extra prepared. But if you're getting this because Tim Pool has indicated to you that, oh, maybe you need it, please remove Tim Pool from your calculus on you figuring out if you're going to buy a fucking barrel of corn. Please make that decision completely independent of Tim Pool. Oh, you found a video review of the food? Oh, good. Let's actually get an opinion on this.
Pancake mix. Now, the thing about that is, you go and look at the price point comparison on some of this stuff and everything. And I'm not just saying, like I said, I'm just going through some of the stuff that I'm gathering up for this year. Some food prep options to put at the new place with the tiny house. But if you start actually breaking this stuff down, I mean, cost comparison, compare companies, compare how much you're getting. I mean, like I said, there's 2 weeks. So another bucket, there's a month. You know, so the rule of thumb, 3 days, then 3 months, then 3 years, 3. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, right now I only have about a year between the multiple stashes that I've tried to do, probably a little over a year. Now, if you count gardening seeds and stuff like that, that could stretch probably 2 years. But I'd like to have just a solid 3 year worth of food like this just stashed away. So guys, like I said, this is an example of a 2 week bucket. There's a lot of companies out there. You can check this one out.
You want to know my biggest motivator against buying something like this is I feel like if I got it and I never used it, I'd never eat it. Like the idea of eating like corn out of a bucket is just, I don't know, man. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do it unless I'm literally in a doomsday scenario.
This is a great starting.
I mean, I could do it. I literally eat basically anything, but it's gross. Yeah, I assume so.
Point. If you're transitioning from putting like, basic staples back, canned food back, stuff like that. It's a real good transition. It's income tax time. Don't go and blow your cash on stupid, frivolous stuff. Right now, it's a good opportunity to take your income tax return if you get one. Put a few dollars toward a couple of these buckets, and that way, in case it's a snow blizzard or a flood or whatever happens, hurricane season coming, it's summer later on.
Oh. At least this guy's a little bit more rational about Tim Pool about it. Like, most likely, if I was to be in a scenario where I would need this, it'd more likely be like a natural disaster than a civil war, if I'm being completely honest. That I can agree. There are scenarios where you might need this stuff, but he's creating an environment where they think they need it out of, like, governmental collapse. Where, like, the odds of governmental collapse in the United States are so unbelievable. At least at this point in time. I don't know. Maybe in the future, Tim Pool will get enough people thinking about civil war, they'll actually want to start shooting each other. Oh, we headed to Civil War featuring Tim Pool. Oh, and Matt Walsh. Oh, boy. That's exciting. 2 years ago, Tim Pool keeps saying there will be Civil War.
And I gotta say, like, we're living in
this is from 2 years ago, and he's still doing it.
I feel like we're looking at the doorway to the nightmare dystopia of...
Yeah.
There have been statements from foreign security... Complete social upheaval.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
You know what, man? I'm fairly resigned to this future happening, no matter what we do about it. And so I bought a van, and I'm going to convert it to
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm converting it to a work
Even Joe Rogan thinks it's stupid. Dude, when you've lost Joe Rogan, you've lost a plot.
station, right?
I am James Bond.
And
Brilliant.